My project is to create an RTOS for a Raspberry Pi. An RTOS is a very fast and very precise operating system, and it's really never been done on a Raspberry Pi before, so I wanted to take the challenge and try it. The research I have to do is learn assembly language, which is a whole new programming language, and I ended up learning Python, which is also another new programming language. My product is to create a clock that runs off of the GPIO pins on the Raspberry Pi, and that is to make, to demonstrate that the RTOS is running very fast and very precisely. My table has my RTOS, my advisor's RTOS, and monitors with both of those, and my three-fold cardboard. My CAD project objectives is to learn assembly in Python, which I didn't get to assembly very much, to learn more Google SketchUp and SolidWorks, to learn how to add code to a Raspberry Pi, to learn how to make a clock that runs off of the USB or GPIO pins on the Raspberry Pi. I chose the GPIO pins, and learn how to solder together a clock, which I learned. My logo is a speedometer that goes all the way up to my company name, 5281.0, and red, the color red denotes fast, and my operating system is very fast and precise, and the blue is the most common color on the internet, and I wanted to add more color. So my company name is 5281.0, and I chose that because I live in the Mile High City. So, yeah. My advisors, I would like to thank both my expert advisors and one of my support advisors, two of my support advisors being here today. My support advisors are my mom, dad, sister, and Ivan, who's a friend in this class, which I can't point him out right now, but he's somewhere in here. My expert advisors are John Ives, who's the managing director of Tahoma Ventures, which is a venture fund that invests in young technology startups, and also Joe Loughy, which he is an assistant professor of computer science at the University of Denver. My timeline, which is a little long, starts in September when I'm working on my timeline and getting ready for my first presentation. Then I'm starting to learn what it takes to make an operating system. I couldn't get to that because presentations were still going on. And green means I got everything done, red means I didn't get anything done, and yellow means I got some stuff done. Break, I got some learning done over break. Then I was still supposed to be learning, but I got overwhelmed because I was behind on my timeline, and I didn't realize I could be behind on my timeline. Still learning, I was still overwhelmed. Making an operating system boot up, I was still researching operating systems. Then I was supposed to be making it, and I got stuck on researching, and then the RTOS and assembly didn't work, and I'll get more on that later. I learned what it takes to make a clock, started making the clock, and decided to make soldered together the clock over break. Making the clock over break, I didn't finish the clock over break, so I had to work in class, and then I was making a case for the clock, but I decided not to make a case because I needed to focus more on the code. I was still learning how to make the operating system run the clock, which I was still learning and got that all done through January. Next, in February, I was making the operating system run the clock, debugging my code, and then starting to work on my presentation for today. we're working on my PowerPoint or Prezi. Practice presenting over spring break, I did get to do that. Work on my PowerPoint and three-fold cardboard, I got that done. I didn't finish the three-fold cardboard, so I didn't get time to practice my presentation 2 weeks before the presentations. And here we are at the presentations. So now that that's out of the way, my progress so far, I've made a clock that runs off the GPIO's pins on the Raspberry Pi, and I soldered it together, and this is a picture of when I got it working for the first time after I soldered it together, after I made the prototype. And then my advisor came up with the idea to add a watchdog because my clock was crashing, the system was crashing, so the watchdog is a piece of hardware that if it doesn't get input from the program, it restarts the system. So that will fix if it ever crashes again. I had to change the programming language to Python to make this simulation of the operating system because we couldn't get assembly to work. Actually, my advisor just got assembly working last night, and if you want, I couldn't bring it down to the document camera, but at my table over there in the corner, I have both my version and my advisor's version working at the table. I had to take a few extra weeks to solder my clock together because I lost a solder pad on a part and had to buy a new part, and that took a little bit of time. Anyway, any questions while I'm having my bibliography?
Brian,
Yes?
what are your next steps?
My next steps are to learn what my advisor did to get assembly working, and then to learn assembly and code everything. I've coded in Python in assembly, which would take over 3 times the amount of lines of code. And yeah. Any more questions? Oh, yes.
Is there any way you're planning to continue developing it in the future? Besides assembly?
I'm just doing this as a proof of concept because nobody's really made an RTOS for a Raspberry Pi, so I wanted to take on the challenge and make one.
Sure.
Oh, yes?
What is RTOS?
An RTOS is a very fast and precise operating system. I'm sorry if I didn't talk about that earlier.
Any other questions? Thank you.